Hello, how's your day going? It's wonderful to have this opportunity to sit down and share interesting insights about life together. End of poem. This reading may be helpful to your grief. Have you ever heard the saying, "The heart is like a mirror, sincerity shines clearly, while deceit leaves it clouded"? True sincerity needs no embellishment. It will eventually be understood and appreciated. On the other hand, deceitful intentions, no matter how cleverly disguised, are often revealed in time. Do you agree with this perspective? Comment 9 if you agree, or 0 if you don't. Life is a colorful journey filled with countless relationships, friends, colleagues, family members, romantic partners, or even fleeting encounters. However, knowing someone doesn't always mean truly understanding them. As the old saying goes, it's easy to see the surface, but the heart is hard to read, especially when someone intentionally wears a sweet facade to hide their ulterior motives. You need to stay alert and cautious. Based on wisdom passed down through generations, it's been observed that those with 3 distinct facial traits are often people who shouldn't be trusted. Let's dive into what these traits are and how you can safeguard yourself in your relationships. Stay tuned and reflect on this with me. Trait 1, a perpetually angry and bitter expression. People who are constantly angry often wear it on their faces. Deep furrows, tense expressions, and an overall aura of hostility. This starkly contrasts with those who exude optimism and positivity. A short-term solution is no solution at all. Rather, it is more likely to save the situation, to satisfy some foolish mind. It's important to understand that one's attitude shapes their future and the heights they can achieve in life. The world acts as a mirror. What you project outwardly is often reflected back to you. Perfect the development of yourself. Someone who frequently displays anger, blames others, and complains about everyone around them will struggle to maintain fulfilling relationships. This negativity creates major obstacles on their path to growth. After all, everyone makes mistakes. Even saints don't always get it right. Who would want to work closely or build a long-term bond with someone who constantly blames others for temporary errors? Trait 2, greedy eyes and self-serving expressions. Everyone has some degree of desire. It's human nature. Once you own a house, you might want a car. After getting both, you might dream of a bigger house or a luxury car. Desires are endless, but the difference lies in how we control them, ensuring they stay within ethical and legal boundaries. People who fail to restrain their greed often let it show through their eyes and gestures. These individuals only think about their own benefit in interactions with others. While they may say all the right things, their true intent is to maximize their own gain. In extreme cases, they may even scheme against others to secure personal advantage. If you encounter such people in life, it's wise to remain vigilant. Their outward charm may mask self-serving motives, so tread carefully when dealing with them. Trait 3, constant smiles and excessive flattery. We've all met people who seem endlessly cheerful. They appear calm and composed, even when provoked, always smiling and brushing off conflicts as unimportant. They seem to get along with everyone, chatting warmly and making themselves likable to all. At first glance, they might seem flawless. However, no one is perfect. If someone always appears without fault, it's likely they're either hiding their flaws or have ulterior motives. Pay special attention to those who smile, but whose eyes remain cold. When such individuals shower you with excessive compliments, it's often a red flag. Over-the-top praise is frequently insincere, masking hidden agendas. They may be trying to win your favor to achieve personal goals, whether financial gain, social standing, or career advancement. For example, helping someone pay off their debts can help you avert the shame of crediting yourself. Employers have big-time counting. After all, employees credit the company for their success simply by existing, let alone. Flattery can feel good and boost your confidence, but don't let sweet words blind you. Judge people based on their actions and the genuine value they bring, not empty praise. Only by doing this can you protect yourself from manipulation and maintain honest, meaningful relationships. The renowned Chinese scholar Zheng Guofan once said, "When interacting with others, do not blindly trust appearances. Look for the truth hidden behind the facade." While this isn't always easy, it's not impossible either. In this world, avoiding toxic relationships and deceitful individuals is essential to paving your path towards success and inner peace. Dear friends, in the intricate web of human relationships, there exists a remarkable kind of magic. Some people may spend years together yet feel distant, while others may meet for the first time and instantly feel as if they've known each other forever. Brian guaranteed to the other members solidarity and community. While acknowledging each new person's fears, they celebrate and support one another, strengthening their relationships that improve their safety, comfort, and security, even when under terrible circumstances. With people kinds of magic, seldom sheltered from the world, when two people share a harmonious energy, they instinctively recognize and appreciate one another. This deep connection often blossoms into a lifelong bond, where mutual understanding forms the foundation of their relationship. It's true what they say, like-minded individuals naturally gravitate toward each other. Friends who share common values are often candid in their conversations, discussing anything and everything without fear of judgment. They embrace each other's flaws and strengths with compassion, lifting one another up in times of success and standing by each other during moments of despair. Such friendships are built on a mutual exchange of strength and support, a silent but profound connection that transcends words. To have a true kindred spirit is like celebrating life under the moon, with music and wine, a rare, beautiful treasure. These relationships often transcend barriers like age, status, or distance. Even if separated by mountains and oceans, such souls can still understand and feel each other's hearts. Shared perspectives create resonance. A psychologist once conducted an experiment where strangers were invited to discuss controversial topics. Afterward, each participant rated how much they liked the others. The results revealed that those who shared similar viewpoints consistently rated each other more favorably. This demonstrates a simple truth. People with shared perspectives recognize and connect with one another more easily. In contrast, those with conflicting views often struggle to understand each other, much less work together harmoniously. They are like parallel lines. No matter how long they extend, they never meet. The more they interact, the more they may feel isolated. Hierarchical thinking vanishes only when some within a massive group. However, individuals who share similar viewpoints tend to move in the same direction, resonating on the same frequency. Casual conversation might require only a common topic, but lasting dialogue depends on shared understanding and similar levels of awareness. Relationships that endure are built on this foundation of mutual comprehension and aligned thought. A kindred spirit shares your energy. This includes life. Have you ever met someone and immediately felt a deep connection? It's as if the two of you operate on the same wavelength, drawn together without planning or effort. Shared energy naturally binds people with similar views and values. What you cherish, they cherish. What you strive for, they strive for. Your principles and goals align perfectly with theirs. There is a saying, only those with a shared spirit can walk through life's ups and downs together. Only those with harmonious souls can see the hidden beauty within each other's hearts. And the same goes in such a relationship, you can fully be yourself and feel the safest. Every long-lasting bond is not a matter of coincidence, but the result of shared values and aspirations. When minds truly understand each other, words are often unnecessary. When hearts are connected, affection flows effortlessly. When words fall short, survival is harder. When motives are consistent and true, when two people are truly compatible, they feel at ease in each other's company, no matter the circumstances. Distance may separate them physically, but it cannot diminish their longing or appreciation for one another. Trust that, even when life places mountains and rivers between you, that person will climb and cross them to bring you joy and stand by your tide through the journey of life. Dear friends, what do you think causes friendships to drift apart? As the saying goes, there are things you should do and things you should avoid. Sometimes, small actions or even an unintended word can quietly bring a relationship to an end. Even if there is a long phone call, even the strongest friendships must adhere to certain unspoken rules to thrive. Here are 5 golden principles that every friendship should follow. 1. Talking about money is fine, but don't reveal your entire wealth. Henry Wade III, Billionaire Society, is an old saying, stay humble and keep your success quiet. Sometimes, silence and modesty are the best ways to protect yourself. No matter how close you are to someone, never disclose exactly how much money you have. Relationships often involve comparisons, and those comparisons can unintentionally cause harm. You may be fortunate, but your friend may not be in the same position, and this disparity can lead to resentment. I know this from personal experience. Finally, even more concerning is the nature of human greed and jealousy, which can sometimes lead to darker thoughts and actions. In the book Strange Cases of Crime Solved by Ling-Mang Chu, there's a story of a merchant in Huizhou who, after a successful business trip, decided to visit Hongji Temple. While there, he chatted with 2 young monks over tea and shared details about his recent profitable ventures, revealing that he had made 30 taels of silver. In the center of the temple, he observed a stone pillar sitting crippling with age. Taylor saw the pillar and recognized it as his father's. Later that night, the 2 monks plotted to take the merchant's money. What started as a friendly chat quickly turned into an act of betrayal, exposing the dark side of human nature. Helping friends is a virtue, but when it comes to lending or borrowing money, boundaries are essential. Avoid lending large sums or overextending yourself. True friendship involves support, but also respecting mutual limits to avoid unnecessary strain on the relationship. 2. Casual chats are fine, but steer clear of gossip and troublemaking. When 2 friends are having a light-hearted conversation and a third person becomes the topic, caution is key. Don't assume that what's shared in confidence will remain private. As the saying goes, if you want a secret to spread, just tell someone not to share it. Conversations that start innocently can spiral out of control. Walls have ears, and casual remarks can easily get distorted when repeated. A story told to one person might be passed to 10 more, each time changing slightly, until it becomes something entirely different. Eventually, these rumors can circle back to you, causing misunderstandings or even conflicts. Consider the story of a man who gossiped with a friend about a former classmate. He claimed to have seen the classmate holding hands with an unfamiliar woman at a shopping center, insinuating infidelity. While the remark may have seemed harmless at first, such words often snowball, eventually reaching the person being discussed. The gossip not only tarnished the classmate's reputation, but also damaged trust among friends. Recommend: think about things beyond the observable universe. By engaging in gossip, you risk harming not only your relationships with others, but also the trust within your own circle of friends. A good rule to follow is this: if a topic involves someone else's personal life, it's best to leave it out of your conversations altogether. Friendships are built on trust, respect, and understanding. To preserve these bonds, it's crucial to think before you speak and ensure your words don't unintentionally sow discord or harm others. 3. Complaints are okay, but never criticize your parents. Never say, "I love my parents," if you never ever had any. As the saying goes, a child never scorns their mother's faults. Every family has its share of struggles, and it's common for people to feel that their parents are not good enough, not capable, or don't understand them. Conversations about parents can often spiral into endless grievances. As a friend, you should tread carefully. No matter how much someone complains about their parents, you should refrain from judging or adding fuel to the fire. Even if tensions run high between your friend and their parents, at the end of the day, they are still family, and such conflicts are internal matters. While it's normal to vent about social issues with friends, belittling one's parents is a step too far. Relationships are fluid, and emotions can change. When your friend reflects on the conversation later, they may realize that the person who joined them in criticizing their parents might not truly have their best interests at heart. Filial piety is a fundamental value. At any time, we should speak positively about our parents and project that gratitude outwardly, spreading positive energy to society. 4. Attend gatherings, but avoid inappropriate closeness with the opposite sex. As the saying goes, never bully a friend's wife. Never intervene with a friend's husband. This showcases The Faith of Licensing by William James, read by Richard Hawley. If you are overly friendly with your friend's significant other, it will inevitably raise suspicions. Love is a sensitive matter, and even a minor misstep can leave an irreparable stain on trust. When interacting with someone of the opposite sex, ensure your demeanor is appropriate. Treat them with the respect of a friend, not with the intimacy of a confidant or romantic partner. Note 1. The first line is the most important, especially in interrogations. Respect means having the right to someone's privacy, forbidding them, returning their intimacy. Think of it this way. If you find yourself developing inappropriate feelings, it's best to distance yourself immediately to avoid falling into an emotional trap. During social gatherings, whether it's toasting or singing, maintain a courteous demeanor. Being presentable is among the most important skills of a host, and a great way to start to learning. A host can read almost anything and can make it last the duration of a meal, sometimes more than sometimes. The risk of malady is higher. For instance, One person shared that at a party, he chatted with his friend's girlfriend for an extended time, and afterward, his friend cut him off completely. He felt deeply hurt by this. Clearly, this was a breach of boundaries that caused damage to the friendship. And I shrugged, newly put it together as a motivation to overcome him. It was a first for himself. That had to be the reason he felt so helpless to do anything about it. The line between friendship and romance is clear, and crossing it can lead to mistakes that affect both sides. 5. Joking is fine, but never cross the line. When friends gather, humor often lightens the mood. Sharing funny anecdotes or playful banter can create a joyful atmosphere. However, Qing Dynasty writer Shi Chenjin warned, mocking others is despicable. It's not only cruel, but when severe, it can destroy lives. Some jokes, even when made in jest, can hurt others deeply. Irresponsible humor can drive someone to extreme reactions. An embarrassed person can knock off the brush and disappear into the woods. A stupid picture can set off a fresh tragedy. Embarrassing tears can slowly remove human life. Guy de Maupassant told a striking story in The Rope. Papa Osher, corner of Brea, picked up a piece of rope at the market, thinking it might be useful someday. However, someone falsely accused him of stealing a wallet. Though the investigation proved Papa innocent, gossip in the village spread like wildfire. The villagers mocked him mercilessly, turning the incident into a cruel joke. Even long after the event, they continued to humiliate him, causing him lasting sorrow until his death. This story is a stark reminder. Jokes without restraint can harm relationships irreparably. Words have the power to twist truth into lies and lies into truth. Good friends should never blur these lines or confuse reality with jest. When a relationship becomes too exhausting, it often ends. Lost friendships, even if rekindled, rarely return to their original state. A scar will always remain. Novelist Gu Long once said, "The only rose without thorns is friendship." This highlights the value of simplicity and authenticity in friendships. Miscommunication or carelessness should never lead to broken bonds. If you're wearing too many hats, you can lose points in friendship too. We should regularly remove the thorns in our friendships to preserve their beauty and purity. In life, while many of us have acquaintances, having genuine, heartfelt friendships is a rare blessing. Cherish and nurture these bonds to keep them meaningful and lasting. As the saying goes, a good friend sees your first tear, wipes away your second, and stops the third from falling. Truly, friendship is a magical bond, and a good friend can be more impactful than even the best teacher. A true friend is there to share both joy and sorrow, to walk alongside you through the trials and tribulations of life. Treasure those who stand by your side. They are your most valuable companions on this journey. Here are 3 meaningful stories about friendship. 1. Sand and stone. 2 friends were walking through the desert on a long journey. They started discussing a topic and it turned into a heated argument. Losing his temper, one of them slapped the other across the face. Though it hurt deeply, the friend who was slapped didn't say a word. Instead, he wrote in the sand, "Today, my best friend slapped me in the face. It said like the worst thing that has ever happened to me." They continued walking until they found an oasis where they decided to stop and rest. While at the oasis, the friend who had been slapped accidentally slipped into quicksand and began sinking. The other friend quickly came to his rescue and pulled him out. After being saved, the friend carved into a nearby stone. "Today, my best friend saved my life. That's my saving grace." Curious, the other friend asked, "Why did you write in the sand when I hurt you, but carve in stone when I helped you?" The friend replied, "When someone hurts us, we should write it in the sand, where the winds of forgiveness can erase it. But when someone does something kind for us, we should engrave it in stone, where no wind can ever erase it." 2. The Lion and the Mouse. One hot day, a lion was resting under the shade of a tree after a long day of hunting. A little mouse came by and, seeing the lion fast asleep, began dancing and playing on his back. The lion woke up, furious at being disturbed. Grabbing the mouse in his claws, he roared, "How dare you wake me, the king of the jungle? I should crush you under my claws." But instead, he opened one eye and saw the lion watching him out of the claws. Suddenly, the terrified mouse pleaded, "Please spare me. I will never forget your kindness, and one day, I promise I'll repay you." Amused by the mouse's bold promise, the lion decided to let him go. Months later, the lion got caught in a hunter's net while hunting in the forest. Unable to free himself, the lion roared for help, his cries echoing through the jungle. The mouse, hearing the lion's distress, rushed to his aid. "Don't worry, I'll help you," the mouse exclaimed. Using all his strength, the mouse gnawed through the ropes of the net, setting the lion free. The lion realized then that an act of kindness is never forgotten. 3. What the Bear Whispered. One day, two friends were walking in the forest when they suddenly encountered a large bear. Panicked, one friend climbed a tree and hid, leaving the other behind. They avoided the bear by dressing as animals, and then they hunted and killed a bear together. The remaining friend, unable to escape, lay down and pretended to be dead. The bear came close, sniffed him, but seeing no movement, eventually wandered away. Once the bear was gone, the friend hiding in the tree climbed down. "What did the bear whisper to you?" he asked, jokingly. She shrugged, leaning against a low tree, held her pistol. The bull was still growling above their heads. The other friend replied, "The bear told me never to trust someone who abandons you in a moment of crisis." The wife laughed and said, "The bear was just pondering." The friend, realizing his mistake, felt ashamed and apologized for leaving his companion behind. True friendship, they both understood, isn't about being there when it's easy. It's about standing by each other when it matters most. Moral philosopher Tennyson wrote, "Patience is being there when it matters most, while virtue is hearing and True friendship isn't about grand gestures or superficial fun. It's about the hand that reaches out to you when you need it most. Those who stay by your side during tough times, quietly supporting you, are the ones who truly matter. And this is a truth that hardly any person dares to find out, unless the hurt is more than they can bear. A real friend doesn't flatter you during your happiest moments, but instead offers silent, genuine care when you need it most. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel to continue this journey with us. Your support is a tremendous motivation for us to keep delivering valuable insights and effective methods for holistic health and well-being to the community. Thank you for taking the time to watch and support us. We look forward to seeing you in the next video, filled with more useful and inspiring information. Wishing you health, happiness, and positivity always.